Scout Automobile, welcome to Start. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a name that carries weight. A name that doesn't just roll off the tongue but hits the heart. Impala. Now add two letters that turn history into legend. SS. And finally a number that makes every true car lover's pulse rise instantly. 427. The 2026 Chevrolet Impala SS 427 is not just a car being introduced, it is a legacy being awakened. A sleeping giant standing up in a modern world that almost forgot what raw American muscle feels like. This car is emotion first and machine second. From the very first second you look at it, you feel something different. The stance alone tells a story. Wide, low, confident, like it owns every inch of the road beneath it. This is not a design created to please everyone. This is a design created to make a statement. Long hood, muscular shoulders, aggressive front fascia, and a rear that looks ready to dig into the asphalt and never let go. Chevrolet didn't chase trends here, they chased attitude. Every line on the body feels intentional. Nothing is soft, nothing is confused. The Impala SS 427 looks like it was carved from a single block of strength. The lighting is sharp and modern, but it carries an old-school seriousness. When the lights come on at night, the car doesn't sparkle, it stares. It doesn't ask for attention, it commands it silently. And then comes the moment that separates boys from legends. The start. Press the button and the world changes. That 427 cubic inch V8 comes alive with a deep, thunderous roar that shakes the air. This is not a sound engineered to be polite. This is mechanical truth. You can hear the combustion, feel the vibration, sense the power waiting to be unleashed. At idle, it growls like a caged animal. At throttle, it explodes. The heart of the 2026 Impala SS 427 is pure muscle reborn with modern intelligence. This engine doesn't just produce power, it delivers drama. Every press of the accelerator feels like a challenge accepted. The response is instant, brutal, and addictive. There's no hesitation, no delay, just raw force pushing you forward. Your back presses into the seat, your hands tighten on the wheel, and your brain goes quiet because all your senses are locked into the experience. Acceleration in this car doesn't feel smooth and gentle, it feels violent in the best way. The car surges forward with authority, like it's angry at the road for existing. And yet somehow it remains controlled. That's the magic, old-school muscle spirit combined with modern engineering discipline. Chevrolet didn't tame the beast, they taught it manners without killing its soul. On the move, the Impala SS 427 feels alive. The steering gives you weight feedback, confidence. You know exactly what the front wheels are doing. You feel connected, not isolated. For a big, powerful sedan, it handles with shocking precision. Corners don't scare it, it leans just enough to remind you of its size, then grips and goes. The suspension absorbs the road but never feels lazy. It's firm, planted, and honest. Braking is just as serious as acceleration. When you need to slow down all that power, the brakes respond instantly. Strong, confident, repeatable. No drama, no fade, just pure stopping authority. It gives you trust, and trust is everything when you're driving something this powerful. Step inside the 2026 Impala SS 427 and the atmosphere changes again. This interior is not about flashy screens and gimmicks. It's about purpose and presence. The seats hug you tightly, holding you in place when the car shows its wild side, but they're comfortable enough for long journeys. The materials feel solid, premium, built to last. This is not disposable luxury. This is muscle class refinement. The dashboard wraps around the driver slightly, reminding you that this car was built for the person behind the wheel. Digital displays give you all the information you need: performance data, driving modes, engine stats, but they never overwhelm you. You can ignore them completely and just drive or dive deep and analyze every detail. The choice is yours. There is something special about sitting in this car. You feel important. You feel powerful. The steering wheel feels thick and strong in your hands. The pedals are perfectly placed. Every button, every control feels like it belongs exactly where it is. Even the sound of the door closing gives you confidence. This is a car that feels expensive in the way that matters. One of the most impressive things about the Impala SS 427 is its dual personality. This car can be a monster, but it can also be calm. Switch to a relaxed driving mode and the Impala transforms. The exhaust softens, the suspension becomes more forgiving, and suddenly you're cruising comfortably, almost forgetting the madness hiding under the hood. It's a car you can live with every day and then unleash when the mood strikes. This balance is what makes the 2026 Impala SS 427 so dangerous in the best way. You can take it to work, drive it through the city, enjoy the comfort and presence. People look, people stare, people respect it. And then, when the road opens up, when the moment feels right, you push the throttle and remind yourself exactly what you're driving. The Impala name carries decades of history. It's a name tied to American roads, American dreams, and American power. Chevrolet understood that responsibility. They didn't just bring back a badge, they brought back a feeling. The SS badge means super sport, and this car earns it with every mile. This Impala is not for everyone. It's for those who understand what a V8 means. It's for those who appreciate sound, vibration, and connection. It's for drivers who want to feel involved, not entertained. In a world moving towards silence, automation, and isolation, this car stands loud, proud, and alive. On the road, the presence is undeniable. Other drivers notice immediately. The sound turns heads before the car even appears. The stance makes people move aside instinctively, not out of fear but respect. This is a car that carries authority without shouting. Night driving in the Impala SS 427 feels almost cinematic. The lights cut through the darkness, the engine echoes through empty streets, and the world feels smaller, quieter, like it exists just for you and the car. Every tunnel becomes a concert hall. Every straight road becomes an invitation. Technology in this car supports the experience instead of replacing it. Driver assistance systems are there quietly, watching, helping when needed, but never interfering. This car trusts the driver. It rewards skill. It doesn't try to drive for you. The 2026 Chevrolet Impala SS 427 is not about chasing numbers or competing on spec sheets. Yes, it's fast. Yes, it's powerful. But that's not the point. The point is how it makes you feel. The cold start in the morning. The rumble at a red light. The surge of power when you overtake. The smile that appears without permission. This car reminds you why you fell in love with cars in the first place. It reminds you that driving can be emotional, physical, and thrilling. It reminds you that machines can have personality. Chevrolet has done something bold here. They've created a car that doesn't apologize for existing. A car that doesn't try to be efficient at the cost of excitement. A car that celebrates muscle, sound, and strength in a modern world that desperately needs reminders like this. As you park the Impala SS 427 and shut the engine off, the ticking of hot metal fills the air. The car cools down slowly like a beast resting after a hunt. You step out, turn around, and look at it one more time. And you know this is not just a car you drove. This is a moment you'll remember. Because the 2026 Chevrolet Impala SS 427 is not just transportation. It is rebellion. It is heritage. It is power with purpose. And most importantly, it is proof that legends don't disappear. They return louder, stronger, and more unforgettable than ever.